Hi, I'm Ron, and this is my damn show. Let's get into it.
He is organizing. The only answer to authoritarianism is grassroots democracy. People all over the country are looking for that fight, and they can see us right here on the Capitol grounds in the heart of darkness. But here in Austin, Texas, we're a shining light.
That was Democratic Congressman Greg Casar of Texas at one of several Fight the Trump Takeover protests taking place all over the country today. People have been pushing back against Trump's mid-decade gerrymander amid rising fears of unchecked authoritarian power in the U.S. It comes as Texas Democrats are preparing to head back home after a 2-week break and quorum break. And just as redistricting efforts are ramping up in California and a number of other states. Joining us now, Congressman Joaquin Castro of Texas. He's also a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. House Speaker Dustin Burrows had strong words for your colleagues as they all prepare to head back home soon. Let's take a listen, and I want to get your thoughts on the other side.
Those who have refused to make quorum, I'm sure you're missing home. Do not think you have permission to return to Texas and enjoy a peaceful weekend before finally showing up to work. DPS will remain active and civil arrest warrants will be reissued. If you are located, you will be compelled to this chamber.
Are Democrats prepared right now, Congressman, for the road ahead and legal peril?
No, absolutely. And I mean, let me be clear about something. The Speaker of the House, the Governor of Texas are complicit with Donald Trump in trying to steal 5 congressional seats in Texas. They are trying to steal 5 Democratic seats and take them and give them to Republicans. And so I'm very proud of our state representatives in Texas who went to Chicago to stop Donald Trump from messing with Texas. I was part of the group in 2003 that left the state to Ardmore, Oklahoma, to try to stop at that time House Majority Leader Tom DeLay from accomplishing the same thing. They took, I think, at that time about 6 seats. And the mistake we made is that none of the Democratic governors back then responded. And so they obviously thought that they could come back and do it again and that there would be no response. This time, Gavin Newsom, Governor Pritzker, and others are proving that Democrats are going to fight back.
To that point, Congressman, we are seeing more and more support coming from the Democratic establishment, if you will. We've heard from former Attorney General Eric Holder. We've heard from former President Obama, who've both offered encouraging words to those state house reps in Texas and to the party at large. What do you think is next in terms of this fight, given that it does seem to be generating the type of momentum that could be helpful to Democrats if they can galvanize more and more of their base around this issue?
Well, that's a great question, because in 2004, after the 2003 mid-decade redistricting or gerrymandering, in the Texas legislature, for example, we actually picked up a bunch of seats. And so part of the benefit of state house Democrats in Texas doing this is that it raises the stakes. It helped get other Democratic governors to engage and offer to do redistricting themselves if necessary. But it also lets the American people know that these folks are trying to steal congressional seats. And I'll tell you, I don't want to replace 5 Democrats with 5 Republicans who vote against cancer research, who vote to cut Affordable Care Act subsidies, who vote to cut Medicaid, who talk about cutting Social Security and Medicare for people. We don't need to replace 5 Democrats in Texas with 5 Republicans who are going to do every single thing that one man, Donald Trump, tells them to do.
So let me play for you what Gavin Newsom, governor of California, somebody who's obviously responded to what has happened in Texas very aggressively. Let me play for you what he has said about these efforts and what he's doing in his state, and I'll get your thoughts on the other side. Take a listen.
We're putting the maps on the ballot, and we're giving the power to the people. This will be the first redistricting that's ever done that. That's the difference. We tried to raise the standards, and these guys are not playing by any set of rules. So this time requires us to act anew, not just think anew.
So a bold move by the governor of California there, and certainly an important one, as you said, to kind of take the fight nationally, if you will, even though what is happening in Texas is just happening to Texas. But the concern is if that doesn't pass in California, if for some reason that amendment doesn't pass and they can't add those 5 new representatives, Democratic representatives, where do things go from there?
Well, I hope that other Democratic governors and states will look at doing the same thing. But let's be clear about something: is there could be irreparable harm done, not just to Texas, but to the country, if this kind of mid-decade gerrymandering, and Texas is already badly gerrymandered, but if it's allowed to continue, because look, I don't think it ends here, quite honestly. I think if we run let's just say that Texas redraws the maps, and they try to take those 5 districts. If Republicans and Donald Trump don't get the results they want, he will demand that the Texas legislature come back after the election and do it all over again.
You know, Joaquin Castro is totally right there. You can't give authoritarians any little bit. Donald Trump has proved that. You give them a little bit, they want more. They won't ever stop. He won't ever stop. He's despicable. The whole Republican Party, the current Republican Party, is despicable. They won't stop until they've devolved this country back to 1930. And they won't stop until this is an autocracy. We're pretty close. And it's really a shame what they've done to the United States in 6 months. It's really a shame. Let's hope it's not over. It's not looking good, but let's hope it's not over. Let's hope the little fight we can put up, hopefully it'll be enough. That's all I have for this episode. Thanks for watching.